Hello everyone, I'm Metis Balaska, and welcome back to Arcadia Fallen. A lot of some interesting stuff happened, and as it turns out, my graphics card wasn't completely was kind of too powerful for my power source, so I had to get a new one. And I uh, I did that. It came before the next recording session could come out, and I started working on that Tamamo avatar. Though I haven't worked on it lately because the new chapter of FGO just came out, and it's kind of it's really rough. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Before we continue though, uh, I noticed last time my audio was a little bit on the a was a little bit on the soft side, so that should do it for output and input. Oh, my microphone, stupid me. I am a good Let's Player. Filters. Gain. Just raise that up raise the microphone up a tad bit. Hopefully that'll work. I'll probably cut that out in post. Yeah, so chapter 4, here we go. If I recall, there's going to be some interesting character stuff happening. Oh, and I also, Let's Play, just tested out the PlayStation Remote app on my PC. It seems to be working fine, and with maybe a slight delay. So that might be a good avenue for Let's Plays from now on too. It depends if the stress test works out, but anyway, here we go. Okay. If I recall, well, there's going to be a lot of character stuff in the there's going to be a lot of character stuff going on here. There's probably also going to be the new. I believe there's also new alchemies we can do right away. But I'm going to save that for the end. I don't see Anne here. I wonder if she comes in later. Because I'm wondering if that scene comes in this chapter. Okay, and so it might unlock later. We'll see. We'll see here. So we got find Michael, find Victoria. Remember last chapter we locked in with a romance with Victoria, so we're going to her first. You find Victoria in the library, looking at her orb of communication like it holds the answers to to life's biggest questions. Be careful, you might burn a hole. You okay?
Are you okay?
Hey there, are you okay? Victoria tucks the orb away and turns to you with a tired sigh. I'm fine. Why are you here? It's tea time. I'm not gonna be suspicious. I think Victoria's proven herself more than trustworthy, despite certain tendencies, aka pulling swords on people, and on occasion failing to do viscerals. I'm still going to do that joke. I wanted to see you.
I see.
Wanted to see what you were up to. I enjoy your company after all. Victoria blinks and sighs, looking a little embarrassed.
This is...
Right, sorry, I'm not used to people making social calls. She sighs and looks down at the orb again. This is the first time I ever kept something from the commander. It's unsettling. She must be quite amazing. And it's a timid response. You're doing the right thing.
Well...
You made the right decision. We need to use this moment to take our advantage. Of course, I know that, and I stand by my decision, otherwise we wouldn't be standing here. She'll understand that as well when we are successful.
Look.
I trust the commander fully. I owe everything to her.
She took me in when I had nowhere else to go. Trained me, and gave me a job. A purpose. I will always be indebted to her for that.
Yeah, obviously we suspect it was done for something, but I'd like to think at least partially it was done out of the kindness of our own hearts. Like obviously, having a former demon hunter on the team would be useful, but I'd like to think that's not the only reason.
That sounds nice.
That was very kind of her. Kind, huh? I suppose it was. She didn't have to do it. I was not worthy of being taken under her wing, not after getting kicked out of the demon hunters. Yeah, that further raises my what's the word I'm looking for? My theory that that it wasn't just because of her demon hunter training, because she could have taken any former demon hunter and likely one with more experience. But here we are with Victoria, who's experienced, yes, to a degree, but she's a failed demon hunter. She would be like last in line for a pick. And I was not worthy of being under her wing.
Look.
I was recruited into the hunters at a young age. My family was proud. Demon hunters are revered as heroes all across the north, and I had grown up with the stories as valiant troll slayers and spirit exorcists. The requirements to enter are steep. It's rare that commoners make the cut these days, but I was determined. I went through the training, years upon years of studying. I proved myself worthy and was awarded a blade of my own, the mark of a true demon hunter. Yeah, I think this is where we get. I believe this is definitely where we get Victoria's backstory. What happened?
Huh?
Victoria looks away with a huff, glaring at the wall.
About that.
I made a mistake. I ruined a mission by ignoring the rules. Yep, this is definitely it. Just like I'm doing now. It was supposed to be our first real mission, and to officially initiate us as hunters. Two of us were new recruits. We had completed our training together and were so excited to finally prove ourselves. But the demons we were tracking turned out to be a lot more powerful than the scouts had reported. We were losing, and I was forced to make a choice. To save the civilians we were there to protect, or my fellow hunter, my friend.
So...
How does one make such a choice? Yeah, it is quite the conundrum, isn't it? And like this isn't something as simple as oh, say make one choice, you save one. Make another choice, you save more people. Now, obviously, the more heroic sounding one would be to save the strangers. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I needed to turn my fan off. It was getting a little chilly. Obviously, the more noble slash logical one would be to save the strangers because you're saving more people as opposed to one person. But I believe I've said this before. Humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. And I answered that honestly. I tried to answer that honestly myself too. I believe in if I were in the exact same situation and I had such a choice, I would probably save the friend.
Actually...
Yeah, just like I said, I would probably save the friend.
I see.
I appreciate the honesty. And to be fair, I won't fault anyone for making that choice. It makes sense.
Look.
Humans get attached to individuals. How can you possibly care about nameless strangers?
Well...
But hunters are supposed to be different. Again, not exactly caring, and just like on a knee-jerk reaction, you're likely going to save someone you're close to, unless there's unless there's something really different about you. We're supposed to save as many people as possible, no matter who they are. I made a selfish choice. People died. Normally, I would have faced the punishment for my mistake within the demon hunters, but the friend I saved was born into a powerful noble family. Yep, there we go with the power dynamics again. She looks away in disgust.
So...
The whole situation became a huge political mess. People jumping in to defend me for their own selfish reasons, even though all I wanted was to be judged by my peer, so I could move on. Yeah, I can see what where she's coming from with that. It's like I would prefer if in that situation if the friend tried to appeal to to the count to the jury, as it were, for a lighter sentence, given the circumstances, the inexperience and stuff like that. But the fact that it became this whole political mess, I can see why Victoria is so displeased with the outcome there. People jumping in to defend me. So usually me. I wasn't that lucky. My valiant saviors won their stupid battle, and I was dismissed from the hunters with no punishment. I was disgusted by this display of corruption. Yeah, I can. It worked in her favor. But yeah, I can see why she's displeased by it. This was probably we can we definitely know that Victoria has a very strong sense of justice, right? But here, even if it's done for good, probably the methods weren't, probably the methods weren't ideal. Likely less than clean, and and they probably a lot of lying too. I didn't want to serve in such a place, so I left.
Well,
Wandering for a time without any purpose, and then I met Alethea. She told me to hydrate. She showed me that there are people within the Empire who care about equal laws for everyone. To me, she's an inspiration for what every knight should be. I agree the laws must be followed. Laws are good, but so are morals. Yeah, and your choice will impact Victoria's path, of course. Yeah, I'm standing by on this. Laws are good, but so are morals.
I see.
I understand that laws are necessary, but you need morals to balance it out. I don't think you did anything wrong by following your heart. You would only have been in the wrong if you hadn't saved anyone at all. Yeah, I do kind of agree with that. Victoria huffs in disgust. I shouldn't be surprised you would look at it that way. Foolish. I know you love me. I can live with that. Let's try to lighten the mood a bit. I know you love me. Aw, I love you too. Like I said, Victoria gives the best reactions. You cement yourself as my third, Victoria. You cement yourself as my third. Victoria looked startled for a second, then scowled, hiding a faint tint of red by running her hand over her face. She seems to do that a lot, doesn't she? I gotta turn on my fan again. This weather. Can't decide whether it's hot or cold, and my room can't decide either.
Oh.
Theros, guide me. She shifts and looks away, fingers tapping against the sigil on her hip. Anyway, now you know why the situation with the library disturbs me. Yeah, I kind of do. We should get back to the task at hand and get it resolved as quickly as possible. Also, she cracks a small smile.
I suppose that's all right.
If you ever intend to come to interrogate me about my past, just at least bring refreshments. That's not a no. I'm flirting. I am flirting. Well, are you asking me out on a dinner date, Victoria? No, that's not. Just forget about it. She stalks off, muttering angrily. Sorry. She stalks off, muttering angrily to herself along the way. My third favorite character, everyone. Best reactions ever. You leave the library.
Is something wrong, Victoria? You look like you want to say something.
Merely waiting for the gloating to start. Go ahead. Call me a hypocrite.
You should know by now, I'm not really the type to revel in others' misfortunes.
Which somehow just makes this even more frustrating. I criticized you for going against orders, and now I went and did the same. Just like that time.
Victoria, Out of all of us here, you have proved to be the one most capable of dealing with problems with a level head and a calm mind. What happened between you and the hunters, I can't say I understand. But I do know that no matter what we might be facing in the future, I trust you to steer us in a just direction.
Anna's right. You really are soft as a jellyfish.
You don't say.
However, I think I needed to hear some soft wisdom for a change. Thank you, Caden.
Anytime.
Aw, they're friends.